Okay, using the domain of 0 degrees to 360, including 360 but not 0, solve 2 times the cosine squared of x minus 5 cosine of x plus 2 equals 0. You just have to look at this, and y'all get confused, but you don't need to. Just let's imagine for right now, we're just going to put this and this like an algebra 1 thing as an x squared, because it is cosine times a cosine, and this just is an x. So if we were solving the equation, 2 times x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals 0. Let's just imagine, how would we factor this? Because when you see three terms with an x squared, an x, and a number, you should think, oh, that's a binomial times another binomial. Well, we know the only way to get 2x squared is a 2x and an x. The only way to get two things multiplied to be a 2 is a 1 and a 2 or a 2 and a 1. I can see that this is going to be 2 here and a 1 here, because that'll give you 1x and 4x, which will give me the 5x. Since it's a plus 2, either both are negative or both are positive, because this says minus 5x, and after we put them together we need a minus 5x. These both are going to be negative. Notice 2x times x is 2x squared. The inner part is negative 1x. The outer part is negative 4x. Negative 1x and negative 4x is negative 5x. Negative 1 times negative 2, positive 2. That's what it is. Now we just need to go back here, and instead of calling this x, let's call it cosine of x. So this is really going to be 2 times the cosine of x minus 1 times cosine of x minus 2 is equal to 0. I just replaced that x with cosine of x and that x with cosine of x. And notice 2 cosine of x times the cosine of x is 2 cosine squared. That'd be minus 1 cosine of x. Outer would be minus 2 cosine of x, which gives you minus 5 cosine of x. And then the negative 1 times negative 2 will give you the positive 2. Now we have this times this is equal to 0. That means either this is 0 or that's 0. The only way two numbers multiply together to give you 0, one of them has to be a 0. So this 2 cosine of x minus 1 has to be a 0, or this piece, terrible arrow, cosine of x minus 2 has to be 0. Well, let's add 2, add 2. Cosine of x has to be a 2. When does that occur? Never, because cosine is always between 1 and negative 1 on the unit circle. It never goes out to 2. So this part we don't even have to worry about. Boop, it's gone. Let's come focus on this. Add 1, add 1. We're looking for 2 times the cosine of x. That goes away right there, equals 1. Divide by 2, divide by 2. What we're looking for is, when is the cosine of x equal to a half? So we take our unit circle and we think, when is it equal to a half? The cosine, that's the first value, not here at 30, but what about right here at 60 degrees? What is that? That's over a half up root 3 over 2. Now that's the sine value, which we don't care about. But the what? Cosine value is a half there. So 60 degrees, cosine of 60 is equal to a half. The half is the height, so we've come over whatever, root 3 over 2, gone up a half. Come over a half, gone up root 3 over 2. Where else have we gone up a half? Well, it's going to occur right here, where we've come over negative root 3 over 2 and gone up a half, which that, in this case, is 120. So here, we're finding our answer when x is 60 degrees or 120 degrees. Sorry about the text message. Must be time for me to go. Luckily, x is 60 or 120. There happen to be our solutions.